Hello,
Hello.
how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm doing the
Great.
best I can. How
Yes,
life
great.
over there?
Okay.
How is COVID-19 treating your country?
Uh, it's pandemic issues very high during these days. Uh, there is like a lockdown situation in somewhere of a country, but because it's all over the world, it's pandemic condition. So as like that. We are following the all the precautions and regarding COVID-19 as you are following.
Well, yes, but this is getting worse and worse. Many people infected all over the
Oh
world.
yes,
Well, in any case, my
yes,
dear friend, we have to continue working because it will be over sometime
it's,
in the near future.
yes.
Well, there is still
I
a
think
time.
some connection issue. Let me check.
You can share the screen if you want to.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Yeah.
Tell me something. In Pakistan, is it hot or how is it the weather?
Uh, Pakistan. Pakistan is South Asian country as like that, but in these days we are facing as all the world facing the pandemic COVID-19. But Pakistan, you can say that developing country like other India and China, we are or neighboring these countries. So regarding the research condition, if we see the research work in Pakistan, so in these days and it's very high, and all the universities are working on research based work. So we are working, and uh, we are hopefully uh, to construct our research progress and research work and development regarding environmental and other studies. So with the collaboration like you, the work collaboration with other birds and other countries, uh, as Chile is a great country, I see. I received biography and video regarding Chile. So I feel very happy when I say it's a very beautiful country,
It is,
and
yes.
and it is on the Pacific Ocean. So I see
Yes,
it is lengthy country, longest country in the world, as
yes,
I see on
very
the
long. Mhm.
very
Well,
long country.
in Chile, we're about 20 million people.
Yeah, Santiago is the capital of Chile, and
Santiago.
Santiago, and very long country and the longest country of the world, as I see in regarding Cuba, Mexico, and these are the neighboring country. And I see last meeting after the last meeting, I see on the map and I see the videos regarding Chile. So it's very interesting to know about the Chile and Chileans. So it's great player to me.
That would be nice for my friend. Chile is a very big country, and everybody
Yes,
is welcome here. Everybody,
yeah.
and people
So
here are very friendly.
yes,
So the here it is very good actually,
yes.
and Tell me the temperature in Pakistan at the moment. What is the temperature?
Right now, temperature is around about 15 to 17 degrees centigrade. In
Yeah.
most areas, the temperature is below than 1 degree centigrade, -1 and 2, 3. In northern areas or northern areas, very cold nowadays, snow falling. So in some areas, temperature is below the 10, and the overall temperature is 15, 17 degrees centigrade during these winter days.
So this is winter time in your country.
Yes, winter time. What about
Wow.
Chile temperature?
This is summertime. Though today is a bit cold actually in the morning.
Yes,
And,
I think
well,
now
but you
Chile.
know what? By midday, I think it's going to be hot again. This is
Oh,
why people getting cold and these kind of things because
yes. If
the
you see,
temperature difference.
if you see me, I am coming from my university and I finished my work, research work, and uh, to for the presentation. So now I am here, but the temperature is all about 17 to 18 degrees centigrade
It's
today.
not too bad, but that's okay.
That's okay. It's not too cold, but every temperature is here. But if we see the northern areas of Pakistan, the temperature is lower than 1 degree centigrade, -1 and around border.
That's okay, yeah. Well, my dear friend, it is 9:06 in Chile,
Okay.
and therefore in Pakistan is what is the time there?
Time is about to 5 p.m.
Yes, it's six past 5. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Well, yes. The time
Uh,
difference is 8 hours. That's true. Yes,
yes,
you're right.
8 hours. I think there
Yeah.
will be a 9 a.m. in Chile.
In Chile, it's 6 past 9 a.m.
6 past. Okay. I
Well,
had great time difference.
well, if you want, we can start. How do
Okay,
you
okay,
feel?
my dear
Go
friend.
ahead.
Let's start the today presentation. And presentation.
Well, everybody,
And
I would like to welcome everybody to your presentation. And it is
yes,
a real pleasure to see people and to exchange some experience and ideas. Well, in this
of course,
opportunity,
of course.
well, get ready. All I can say is in this opportunity, Mr. Aftab, Kareem,
Ah,
you're
yes,
going to talk
Aftab Kareem.
about, yes, you're going to talk about main use of agro waste. And well, I would like to thank him for his kindness and
Welcome, my dear
willingness
friend.
to deliver this talk. And also to all the people from Pakistan who are already with us. And also I call him my little son, which is Chanavas. And he's here as well.
Uh,
And well, my dear friend, you are more than welcome to start.
Shanavas?
Yes, you know him, Chanavas.
Yes. Okay, let's start the presentation. Today the topic of discussion is the green use of agro waste.
Yes.
So green use of one. If we talk about the green use of agro waste, so three questions rise in our mind. Why do we need to use the agro waste and how we can use the agro waste? What are the future aspects of this project? So first question is that why do we need the use of agro waste? So today, right now, every country and everybody is using the normal, which we call the synthetic plastic. Is we are using from minor straw to the shopping bag and plastic toys, plastic, everywhere we have the plastic. So it is called the synthetic plastic, which made the synthetic and the semi-synthetic material using the polymer. So there is a great advantage and uh, which we call the good aspect of the synthetic plastic. We can use it single time and we can use it for a long time. So as far as we are discussing the advantages of synthetic plastic, there are a lot of and dangerous lethal effect of the synthetic plastic on environment as well water and soil. So before replacement, we have to discuss the effect of synthetic plastic on our environment, how we can replace it, and what are the lethal and dangerous effect of it on us. So let's start the effect. So as we know that synthetic material are made from uh, some like the dangerous chemical, carcinogenic, dangerous metal, magnesium, calcium, etc. So in because these metals are included in synthetic plastic, so they affect our health, they affect our environment, they affect our air and as well as our water. So So, child material of plastic, synthetic plastic, bakelite, polyvinyl chloride, and the synthetic fiber, which are the parent material. So, as we know that the half life of synthetic and normal plastic is so high, from 5 years to 250 years. Like if we are using the LED plastic, bags, HDPE plastic, milk bottles, straws, etc., and detergent containers. So estimated the half-life 5 to 215 years, which is very long half-life as comparative to other material. So we can say that the synthetic plastic has the longest and the highest half-life, which is actually the dangerous and bad effect of this plastic because due to these high half-life. So uh, first one is this is the bad effect and the dangerous effect of this plastic. So now this is the life cycle of the synthetic plastic, where from synthetic material comes, recycling, processing, and then converting into the useful product, which we call the helmet, t-shirt, chair, then plastic bag, etc. So this is the life cycle of synthetic plastic, from where the material comes from some synthetic fiber and non-synthetic fiber. We use the organic compound as well. So then we process it and recycle. Then we made the our useful product like helmet, t-shirt, chair, and toys, and different kind of thing. So it actually comes from the material we use and we throw it, and we doesn't know about that where it comes after the using. So this is the bad effect. We use first time single use, after the single use we throw it and we waste it. So after when it come waste, it will become the lethal and the dangerous for the environment as well as the health. Can we live a day without using single plastic product? This is the question arises in everybody's minds. Can we live a day without using the single plastic? No, we can't live a day without using single plastic because everything around us, 95 to 99% made of plastic. So how we can live a day? We have to use the plastic in different kinds of ways. So if we are living in this society, so there is a lot of and big use of synthetic plastic. So for this, we are planning that we should replace this plastic because a huge product are coming from the plastic factories, and there is no proper way to waste or recycle it. Only 5 to 9% of this plastic we can recycle. Otherwise, 91% of this plastic remains a waste, and there is no proper plan for that 91% plastic. So we should complete and make a roadmap for this 91% plastic, and it where it goes or oceans, it goes or soil uh, and polluted or environment. So these polluted, we should reduce these kind of polluted. So these pollutants are everywhere around us, everywhere in our soil, everywhere in, or when it burns, it create a bad and dangerous smoke, which is very lethal for human being as well as our air. When this smoke comes in air, it creates dangerous diseases like pneumonia, diarrhea, like liver diseases, and as well as heart diseases. If it is, we can say that the smoke comes from this plastic contain the carcinogenic calcium and magnesium metals, which is very dangerous for health. So that's why we can say that it smoke is very lethal for the human beings. When it burns, it produces a lethal smoke which come in air and polluted it. So it is also a bad effect of this synthetic plastic and very dangerous effect. So now when it comes when ocean, so what kind of problem it create? Everybody knows the normal problem. We know that it pollute our water, and uh, it, it it is a bad effect over, because our shorelines and our sea views are very beautiful. When it polluted with plastic, it is not seems as beautiful as we want. So it is the main effect, but the actual effect is that when the plastic material comes and goes in water, it turns into the small and micro and macro pieces, so which is called teeny pieces. So the big pieces and the macro pieces of this plastic float on the surface of water, while the rest of the micro and small tiny pieces come into the beneath and remains 100 years, which is very dangerous for the seabirds and all the whole the marine life. So when the seabirds like fishes, tortoises inhale these plastic, inhale this synthetic and dangerous plastic, it caused the death of the seabird. And actually we are using the plastic, but we are destroy our ecosystem, because the ocean and the seabirds and all the marine life is a part of our ecosystem. With these qualities, with these kind of things, we are polluted our water, and the uh, um, we are the destroy our ecosystem to to uh, destroy the seabird, to destroy the tortoise. So globally, the approximately 8 million pieces of plastic they enter the ocean every single day. So how we can imagine that in a single day 8 million pieces of plastic comes in the ocean. So how we are polluting our environment? It is alarming, and the is we are, if we see a look at the Pacific oceans and the Indian Ocean, we see that the clear picture of plastic. These are the picture from the water. So uh, these are the picture from. If we see that the approximate 8 million pieces, 8 million pieces come into the ocean every single day. So what effect are coming with these plastic? So the amount of plastic that enter the ocean annually is equivalent to the weight of more than 26,000 Boeing jumbo jet 70147. Only around 1% of all plastic pollution is in the ocean, in the surface. The other rest, 99% of the pollution with plastic below the surface of water.
Hmm.
As I explained, the micro and big pieces of the plastic float on the surface of water. The rest of the plastic, which is 99%, stay below the surface of water. Everybody knows that the uh, lot of species, lot of seabirds are in the surface of water, floating in the surface of water. When this plastic come into the surface, so it affect their environment. It causes the dangerous effect for the every kind of species living under the surface of water. So because these are the part of our ecosystem, so when the seabirds destroy, our ecosystem will destroy. So the impact of plastic on the marine life, as I described, is some impact of the plastic on the marine life. The most visible impact of the plastic debris are the ingestion, suffocation, and entanglement. As you look this picture, when tortoise inhale the shopping bag, this comes entanglement. It causes the suffocation. So at the end, tortoise will die. Everybody, every species under the water will die when it is entangled with some kind of plastic. So plastic causes the suffocation, entanglement, and the ingestion. When they inhale the plastic, there would be the problem create like there would be the problem like inhaling. There would be the problem like inhaling the oxygen. So there are suffer from infection, reduce ability to swim, and internal injuries. It causes the internal injuries as well as they feel very difficulties to swim. They can't swim when they are entangled with plastic shopping bags and plastic wires. When we see the picture of the seabirds, tortoise, fishes, and the other seabirds, they are entangled with all kind of plastic, where some are with a plastic bag, where some are the plastic wire. So more than 1 million seabirds and 1 lakh marine animals die from plastic polluted water every year. Every year, 1 million seabirds are dying due to the plastic pollution. There is now 5.25 trillion macro and micro pieces of plastic in our oceans. So we can imagine that the pollution of water due to this kind of plastic. So if why we are talking about the pollution and plastic pollution? Because the main effect is that we are polluted our environment everywhere. We are not talking about the only pollution on water. We are talking about the entire pollution, entire environment pollution. We are polluting our soil. We are polluting our air. When these plastic burn, it pollute our air. So air, we breathe in this air. Well, everybody want to a cool and fresh breeze in the morning. When this air is polluted, so how we can breathe? How we can get the pure oxygen from the air when oxygen is polluted already? So we think about that, what we are doing now. We want to take some immediately advantages from plastic, but actually their long lasting and dangerous effect is very bad. So we think about that. We think about the other animals. We think about other species. They are also part of our environment, and they have also right to live freely. They also right to live, to breathe in this air. So there would be the world process 381 million tons in plastic waste yearly. This is set double by the 2034. 50% of the single-use plastic, only 9% have been recycled. As I said earlier, only 5 to 9% plastic that we can recycle. Otherwise, 91% plastic remains waste. So these are the very bad and dangerous effect of the plastic as well as on marine life. So now we are able and everybody after listening this kind of effect, everybody want to replace this kind of plastic because it's very dangerous. So we have an alternative way from waste. We have a plastic which we call the biodegradable plastic, made from the waste from the agro waste and kitchen waste. What we call kitchen waste? Kitchen waste come like vegetables, uh, uh, vegetables and other kinds of uh, things which we use in our kitchen. So it is called the kitchen waste. And otherwise fruit peels, this is called the vegetable. Otherwise, if we talk about the agriculture waste, a lot of agriculture waste in just like the developing country which have the backbone of our agriculture, as we are living in Pakistan. So agriculture is our backbone, agriculture department, and agriculture is our backbone. We have 90% of our economy, GDP, comes from our agriculture. So we have a lot of waste comes from the agriculture land, and lot of from the agriculture product. We get grains, we get food from the agriculture, but their waste like straws, the cover of the wheat grain, are come into the agriculture waste. So we have a roadmap and clear plan about using this kind of waste. So now we are trying to use this waste in some way that we can replace the plastic and produce an effective biodegradable plastic, as quality wise and strength wise. So if we talk about the quality of the plastic, first we look at glance the making and the procedure of the biodegradable plastic. Agro and kitchen. If you see the presentation screen, right side on the agriculture waste, where we call wheat husk, which come from the wheat plants, wheat grains, and corn waste. Corn straws comes from the corn straw. Other side, we see that the vegetable peel, eggshell, fruit peels like banana peels and ladyfinger peels and other kind of vegetable we have the in agriculture and agricultural waste and kitchen waste. These waste come use and make the bioplastic, which is degradable. I use degradable. The word degradable, I repeat the word degradable. It means that if we use the bioplastic and then we throw, after some days it degrade. How we it degrade? Microbes, organisms, just like bacteria and other, they attack on it and decompose it into a soil. And how they decompose it? Because the bonding between biodegradable plastic is just like, as when the microbes attack on the bioplastic, they easily they break the bonding between the bioplastic product and decompose it. When it decompose, it will not affect our environment. It will become the part of our soil, it will become part of our environment. Then we will use it and then throw, and it will decompose, and again it will be part of our ecosystem. So these are the material, these are the waste we are using now. So use bioplastic. We have a slogan: use bioplastic, save earth, save environment. How we can, when we use the bioplastic, we are actually saving our earth, we are actually the protecting our environment. So just use of bioplastic, we can save our ocean and seabirds, we can save our human beings from the long lasting and the lethal diseases, we can save our soil, we can save our air. How we can save that? Just use bioplastic, making from waste. The bioplastic already available are made from the starch which come from expensive material, expensive grains. If we use the grain, if we are using the potato peel, if we use the whole potato, so potato is very expensive. So if we use the potato is the food. So we are actually destroying our food chain. But here we are not destroying our food chain. we just use the waste which is available in excess amount in our country. And like other countries, if we talk about the Chile, if, Roberto, my friend, you also have the kitchen waste. Everybody have a kitchen waste in our home, so we can use it in a proper way, but we have a good roadmap and a good plan for using and processing for the bioplastic. So my friend, we have a 5 member in our friend, in a group. We are working on bioplastic and plan and slogan. Our slogan is that give us our kitchen waste and we give you a bioplastic. So actually, we are taking the kitchen and the agriculture waste from different areas. We are getting the agriculture waste from agriculture land. Last year we visit a village where a lot of waste, excess amount of waste comes from the wheat husk. We got filter. So in winter, if we talk about Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, these are the neighboring countries. So every farmer are producing the grain, but the actually the waste is either is burned or destroyed. So we are working that we will take these waste, these wheat husks, and use in the processing of bioplastic. How we use and how we can process the bioplastic from wheat? We take and refine these wheat husks and to give some proper shape, and then we boil and all the process and all the measurement are taken to get some kind of stuff. Everybody knows the grain of wheat contain 80 to 90% starch. Actually the cover of this grain, actually the straw of this grain also have this starch, but we have to have some plan to extract these kind of starches from the waste. So potato peel, if we talk about the potato contains 70 to 80% starch. So we their cover and their peel also have this starch. So if we think about, we should think about this kind of thing. If we talk about aloe vera gel is using as a binding, aloe vera gel is using as a filler in the process of biodegradable plastic. So here we are talking about not biodegradable plastic. We can make lot of biodegradable products. Lot of, we can make the disposable spoons, we can make the disposable glasses, etc, etc, from this kind of material. So here is the, if we reduce the waste, why we are reducing the waste? We use this waste in processing of biodegradable products. So actually one benefit of this project is that we are reducing the waste. If we should know more expenses on the waste, because we have a proper system in our country and you also have the proper system for the waste management. We have a separate which we call a separate department for entanglement for regarding the waste, and they are actually working on waste. They come every day and every week and take waste from our streets or homes. But if we work on that, we waste directly from houses, we get waste from directly from colonies, and then we use it in processing of biodegradable plastic. So we don't need to expense more on the waste management system. We don't need to throw these waste on or water on outside of our cities. So we will use in this kind of way. So this is the main motive, that we will take waste and convert into bioplastic. Then if we take waste from houses, we convert in biodegradable plastic. So now come on the point, biodegradable. So biodegradable plastic, when we use it, we make the biodegradable. It have no lethal effect on environment and dangerous effect on human health, as well as our ocean, as well our seabird or any kind of marine life. So uh, we if we achieve in only one benefit from this plastic world, so we can achieve the many more like that. If we use the plastic and throw in the water, which is bioplastic, when it come in the water, its degradation start after 30 days, because it is made from the food, it made from the waste. When water touch these plastics, so their start decomposition will start. So after 40 to 45 days, it will be the part of our water, not float on the surface of water and not uh, goes down in the beneath of the water. If any seabird like tortoise inhale or fish inhale, so they will be there will be the use of food, because it made of the waste of food. So it contain no more dangerous and lethal chemical in it. So it will not affect on their uh, health. So this is we call the biodegradable plastic. Okay. So these are the images and actual images of our biodegradable plastic which we made from the waste. If you see, if you see the first picture, these coding are our scientific coding. We are, because we are researching on these and we make it accordingly. So AKOPPW, it means that it has a separate name and separate biodata regarding the manufacturing and the processing, because we are using the different kind of waste. So it made from the wheat husk, which we call the wheat starch, or which we call the wheat compost. So the second one from the potato peels we use, and then third one we use the corn beads, corn straw and other material. So these are the plastic made from actually waste, and it is done by our team and the under the supervision of Dr. Aisha, which made a marvelous and very great effort to come these uh, points. So now we are able, because this research is from last 1.5 year we are working on it, and now we are hopefully to create its or benefit for our country and whole the world. So now we are arranging it on a large scale, on a big scale, and we are hopefully that uh, we will a great project to our education and to our the new research. So these are the images, you can see it uh, are actually made from plastic. Here its composition, which we call the composition from the waste. uh, Here these are the picture of it, in which a potato peel, wheat husk and the cassava peel, which we call the cassava peel. So cassava is just like the potato, but not actually the potato, it's a separate vegetable or fruit. So cassava. So as I am belonged from agriculture land, so I can I can explain it more, as because cassava has a uh, has a fish and liquid that can be used as a binder, but the peel is containing also the starch, also the ashes, also the proteins and also the other kind of minerals. So we can use these minerals in process of making the some good and benefit useful product. So other day is the corn waste, which we call the corn waste. So we can use it in binding as a binder and the filler. Uh, Everybody see the aloe vera gel can be used as a filler and the binder in these products. Is the composition potato peel 0.09% ashes. You can see that all the composition of the waste. If you see the OPSP, KSP, these are the our scientific name, scientific coding. So that's why we are using these material, because we are using this material on large scale. So we should give this material to code for further research before dumping and after dumping. These are the picture, actual picture, which we take outside our lab in soil testing, which we call the environmental study. So these are the picture. First one is before dumping of bioplastic, second one after dumping. We dump the plastic for the 20 days, and after 20 days we see that there start the decomposition. Microbes attack on the plastic and there will start the decomposition. After 40 days to 45 days, decomposition will complete and the piece of plastic turn into the uh, soil. So these are the actual picture getting from the lab. There is some same image which we call the environmental studies. If we make something uh, scientifically, we have to prove that, we have to explain with the help of analysis. So these are some kind of analysis. So these are the same images. So here the surface analysis, which we call the surface analysis of our bioplastic. So there are the three different samples, and these are the surface analysis. So the surface analysis and environmental studies, they prove the strength of this plastic comparatively with the normal synthetic plastic. So further, I explain the quality and strength of this plastic. These are the future aspect or future plan of this project. Before explaining the future plan of this project, I would like to explain the quality difference between synthetic plastic and normal biodegradable plastic. So we talk about synthetic plastic. Actually, it is good to use to use the synthetic plastic. But after using, there is a dangerous effect on our environment, on our health. So the there come to the quality difference and quality comparison. Or biodegradable plastic, which we call biodegradable plastic, is 2 times better than in quality than the normal synthetic plastic. How we can say that 2 times greater than these all environmental studies prove that it is the better than normal synthetic plastic. So we have a quality test on it on biodegradable. It proves that it is greater than and 2 times effective in quality as a strength quality better than this normal plastic. Uh, Normal on the commonly used, if we are using the plastic 2 kg, and then if we took some water 2 kg normal plastic, so it will bear. So in 2 kg biodegradable plastic, if we take 4 kg water, it will also bear. It also will bear. These are the comparison on normal scale, na, which we call the lab scale. But the environmental studies, but the processing analysis like IR, UV visible, which we call. So these are the analysis which take furthermore near to the quality which we want. We want that it should greater than this synthetic plastic, which is already available on the market. So all the analysis clear that it is better and good and better than the normal synthetic plastic. So these are the quality. If we talk about the strength and binding, because we are using the binding material come from the waste, which are the organic waste. So organic waste, lot of organic waste have the more binding material. Aloe vera gel, we can use the aloe vera gel as a binding material. If we see the example of the lady finger has a fluid which is more sticky and more concentrate the liquid. So we can use this thing. We have the alternative use from comes from the organic waste. So these are the waste. So if we use this kind of binder instead of the synthetic binder, instead of the synthetic fillers, so it proves that it has the good and better quality than other synthetic plastic. So all these clear that now we come to the economical factor, which is very important between both cases in synthetic and normal plastic, because we are working on that. normal plastics, which we call synthetic plastic, made from the polyvinyl chloride, which is expensive material, bakelite, and the other kind of polymer. So if we these come from the expensive ways, and we should have a lot of money to give, not lot of, but comparatively lot of money. Now we're talking about the biodegradable green use of agro waste. Agro waste is a free of cost. Everybody has a waste in their homes and agriculture. So we take the waste from these waste, which is freely from economical factor. So there is 0% economical cost on the raw material, because we are getting raw material from waste. So my friends, there is some connectivity issue, and uh, the battery of my laptop I think down, so that's why meeting disconnected. So we restart the meeting. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Thank you very much, and apology for the disconnection. Uh, hmm. So we are on the economical factor. So there is 0% on the 0% cost on the raw material. So if we are taking the waste from house free of cost, so 0% just cost on working on labor, working on machinery, which is equal to the normal synthetic plastic, because we also have to donate some amount regarding to machinery, regarding to the labor. So these are the on that level they are be same. So 0% raw material, but the machinery cost will be same as normal synthetic plastic. So then further we have to discuss the supply factor, using how we can use it bioplastic, and how we can replace that. If we have excess amount of biodegradable plastic on market, everybody can easily use it. Everybody can use it freely, because we are launching a campaign regarding give us a waste and we give you a bioplastic, because there need to be funding, as we discussed further earlier. So without funding we can not it we cannot to elaborate and expand on this project. So on this scale, we have a lot of we take a lot of step to contain, to further explanation, to further go ahead with this project. So there is no supply issue. If we make the bioplastic in assessment, we can easily sell or commercialize it, because everybody need to plastic, everybody need to a biodegradable plastic in their home, in their life. So there is not a big factor. It will be easy to use, it will be easy to decompose. So here are the future plan of this project, which we call what we can do in future, what we can make further product from this project, and how we can use it in future. So biodegradable, which we discuss now, how we can, so everybody, every product come from the waste will be biodegradable. The next procedure is that bioproduct. What are the other product which we can made from it, from waste, are called bioproduct. Like we can make from binding material, we can make from we can inhalers, we can make from we can make from it other kind of thing, which we call which we call, or a medicine, which we call, lot of thing we can made from in future, but we are working on that from other bioproducts, which we call that gelling, skin gelling, and other thing. Composting, it is the main thing. That what is composting? Compost material is used as a fertilizer. We can use it as a fertilizer also, because composting material contains some kind of qualities which reduce the phosphorus and nitrogen gases very slowly, so which is very effective for the plant growth. If we use as a fertilizer, it will uh, increase the strength, and it will increase the product of the plants and yield of the plant as well. So let's take a break of 2 to 3 minutes, because the one is coming on when we restart off. So, so composting is the main product. Their screen recording is continued, or okay. Now come to the future aspect of this project. So uh, now the future and upcoming studies are continued on it, on this project. But if we talk about the composting is the main and bioproduct, which we call the bioproduct, come from the bio waste or agro waste. Composting, what is composting? Composting is the kind of material which release the phosphorus, nitrogen, and other kind of very slowly. It decreases the evaporating effect of this kind of gases, so which is very effective for the yield of plants, for the yield of crop. So we can use it as a composting, as a fertilizer in the to increase the yield of plants and other crops. So biofuel, what are the biofuels? Biofuels are the bio oil, which we are extracting the bioils already from fruits, from vegetable. So we can use the biodegradable agro waste to make the biofuels, which are very expensive, which are already available in our market. If we say the coconut oil, which we use for our hair growth and other kind of things. So we can extract the biofuel, like banana peel. We have a banana peel, so we can extract oil, which we call the banana oils. So these are material. Wastewater treatment. Everybody knows the wastewater contain the dangerous contaminant, which we call the calcium, magnesium, So these are the, so we can use the agro waste for the treatment of wastewater. How we can use it? As we see the picture in kitchen waste, we have the eggshell which contain the chitosan. So other kind of waste. So we can the vegetable peels and the agriculture waste in the treatment of water, wastewater treatment. How we can treat the wastewater? When we extract some chemical come from the agro waste, they react with the contaminant present in wastewater and remove the contaminant, dangerous contaminant, calcium, magnesium from water and purify it. Bioenzyme. This is very expensive product come from other material which we call the bioenzyme. If one can produce a bioenzyme, so it will be expensive because some use the food, some uses the expensive material, but we also can extract and make the bioenzyme from the agro waste, which can be used for the growth of human, for the growth of fertilizer. Everywhere we can use the bioenzyme. Why we call it is bioenzyme? Because it come from the organic biomaterial. So further is as a drug intake. As a drug, how we can use it as a drug intake? We can use it as a drug intake because our drug, the main part of our drug contains the main ingredient which we need, but some also by ingredient are added to rebind, to bind it, to fill it for the, and to make it preserve for the long time. So we use it for the preservation of the drugs, for the inhaling of drug, for the covering of the drug. So we can use it as a drug intake. So the, someone has the open mic, please off it. Aksa. Uh, someone. Uh, so these are the future plans, as we can say that for future aspect of this project, which we are taking from, which because we are working under the leadership and the supervision of Dr. Asha Sultan, because we are working on biodegradability, we are composting biofuels and wastewater treatment. But at a time we have a product, we can say that we have a biodegradable plastic. Uh, and we can say that we are working on a large scale. So this is the main aspect, and this is the main product till today which we are made from the agro waste and the kitchen waste. Now we are further working on this kind of material. We are further working on the uh, future uh, uh, future uses of the agro waste. We are working on the other organic material come from the agro waste, come from the agriculture land. If we talk about the mint has a lot of minerals and vitamin which we can use in our life to use, which we can use in drugs. So we are working on that. So these are the future inspect. These are the a whole procedure which we make to complete our project, which we call the bioplastic project. And as you know, we joined some conference and seminar and the presentation seminar and the webinar regarding this project. So we are hopefully we will commercialize it, and we are hopefully to we will inshallah we will replace the normal synthetic plastic. So it is a good idea to protect our environment, to protect our health, to protect our seabirds, to protect other animals, because we use some material for our personal use, for our personal benefit, but actually we are affecting the other species. We are affecting the other kinds of animal. Everybody, every species has the equal right to live, and we did not affect the ecosystem. We should protect the food chain. We should protect the environment. Our environment contain a lot of species instead of human beings. So as a human being, uh, we should know that So the importance of every bird, importance of every kind of species. So that's why. So it is the actually working on some countries. If we talk about the biodiversity, if we talk about the example of France, there is the bioplastic which come from the potato, actually potato, so which is very expensive in these countries, really expensive. So which now Pakistan, we are you.
Vabbè che te hai.
Someone has the open mic, please off it. So now these are the future aspects and the future plan, but recently we have a visual example which we call the visual example in our big city which we call the main or central economic hub which we call the Karachi. So there is a lot of problem regarding the plastic pollution. Everybody here around the big stream around the air, around the factory areas, the wastewater comes from the factories, the polluted come from the factory are thrown everywhere around the outside the city. So it create a big problem for the human health, and it create a big problem for the air. So because when it burns, so it produce a dangerous smoke, which as I said earlier, it's dangerous for our in air because it contain a dangerous and very lethal chemical like carcinogenic magnesium, which will when add in our environment, and when we hail the oxygen, these contaminant come with oxygen and affect our environment, affect our lungs and liver, and causes the dangerous diseases. So it is the big and main problem for the air pollution. So we should reduce this factor, especially because when we burn the other synthetic plastic, we will destroy our air. If we will destroy our air, if we destroy our clean oxygen, which we call, because we take oxygen, we need oxygen, we pure oxygen to live and to breathe. So when these contaminants mix with oxygen and come into our body and produce and causes the great and lethal diseases. So everybody knows about the dangerous effect of the polluted air. So 80 to 45% this polluted air from the plastic pollution, because we burn the plastic after the use, because we have a lot of things which we use single time. So when it burn, it causes the different and lethal diseases. So we should avoid these kind of thing. We should replace the plastic firstly and immediately, because we need a clean environment. Everybody need a clean environment, every world and every country clean environment. So we should working on that. We should uh, elaborate, and we should explain that on different kind of seminar, and we should create a awareness seminar regarding our environment, because we are affecting this. So this is the main factor, because this is the main purpose, because what we are working on that, the main purpose is that we should and we want to clean our environment. So hopefully we will launch it on state level, on country level, or and the world level. Inshallah, we are hopeful to join some international seminar regarding the environmental pollution, to create an awareness regarding the plastic pollution. So everybody knows the effect of plastic. So there is a need to create some kind of awareness regarding the use of plastic, to replacement for this plastic, and to take place the biodegradable plastic. So I think everybody clear about this seminar, and everybody gets some knowledge regarding the current issue which is available or society or environment. So everybody have a plan. Everybody need uh, to take some part, because we are human being, and as a human being, it's our responsibility to clean our environment, to responsibility to protect other animals. So that's why we are working on that, and hopefully we will launch it on a large scale. So my friend Roberto,
Yeah,
This is
I would like to say that I'm very grateful to Mr. Aftab Kareem
yeah.
for his great talk, being use of agro waste. Now people are free to to make some question to our key speaker. So please go ahead. If you have something to ask, just go
If
ahead.
everybody, oh, if anyone have a question, you can ask. You can share your idea regarding this project. You can give your plans. So you can freely ask the question.
And
Some my colleague, which so you can ask the question freely.
please feel free to
Please
ask
take part of this conversation and
any question. Yeah. Well, I think the seminar was very clear, actually.
yes,
And well, I have to acknowledge you with a lot of pleasure for your kind seminar. And I hope that in the very near future, we will establish a more aggressive program of talks with our friends in Pakistan, so as to continue with our work. This is something very important. And now I think the tape is going to be okay. Apart from one or two problems, technical problem or connectivity, I think it was okay. And I'm going
okay,
to,
everything regarding
yes, I'm going
regarding
to
to save
do,
this.
yes, I'm going to do what I had to do and to upload this to YouTube. And I'm going to send the link to the people who, well, who joined this the conference. And you, my friend, you can share the link as soon as you get it to as
Yes,
many people as you want to. Okay?
okay,
Well, it has been a real
okay.
pleasure. And well, I wish all of you the very best of luck and successes. And to please
Uh,
just continue working very hard. That's the only thing we
uh,
can do, actually, work and work. That make us happy.
I'm very happy to see you again, my dear friend Roberto,
Yes,
and
my
thanks
regard to
to you
everybody.
to arrange such a kind of great presentation and online seminar to discuss the future plans and the present areas which we are a wide range of discussion. So to discuss the future and the present uh, problem which we are facing nowadays. So thanks to you and Dr. Aisha, which arranged this kind of
Yes,
meeting. And hopefully we will arrange this kind of seminar in future. And
yes. Well, that is for sure. We're going to have that. I have already written to Dr. Seher Laila Rubat. I don't know if I have pronounced properly. And so I think we're going to have a good activity and in the very
yes,
near future, my friend. Well, thank you very much to everybody. Please do pass on to your family and their people all my affection and love. And I hope that the situation is going to be better for us in the very near future. And well, we will continue working for my friend. So it
thank
has been
you.
a pleasure. And
Did
you can
you
say,
done to send the link of YouTube? You said you have a YouTube.
yes,
You have a link.
I'm going
I
to send
think
it.
you send it.
I'm going to send it. All I have to do is to
Oh,
convert to the file.
okay.
When it's
Everybody
ready,
know. Hmm.
you are going to get it in about 1 hour time, my friend.
Okay. Okay. Everybody, because knows and want because my friend, colleagues and fellows here, and it will be a great to have a video link. So I think you have to do.
Okay. Right, my dear friends. Thank you very much indeed once again. And have a good time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Well,
much. Thank you.
the very best to everybody. And goodbye and thank you for joining. Bye bye.
And goodbye and thank you. Good
Thank
morning
you.
to your time. Good afternoon
Yes.
from my
Thank
time.
you very much. Bye.
Thank. Bye.